Hi everyone, my name is Brett Chuckerman. We're still simulcasting on Facebook if you have any questions for the next 15 minutes. We're gonna give you right now the only presentation of the day of the reinvention of the fan. Now, Vornado is a customer pick brand for us. They offer premier, top of the line technology to keep you cool, to keep the air moving around your home. And I don't need to insult your intelligence, you know it's hot out, right? You know we are in the midst of one of the worst summers on record, and it's only going to get worse. Well, today we are offering our customer pick, top of the line, whole room, large room circulator fan. Now this is a room circulator. That's what allows it to suspend our birthday balloons the way they are right now, rather than simply blasting it and oscillating it looking for coolness. This actually does vortex room filling air circulation, which is different than a typical fan. That's why we call Vornado a reinvention of the fan. Today, our customer pick model, that's right, everybody who bought it has said this is way better than any fan I've ever owned, is available on a special sale price, plus free shipping and handling and flex pay. For anybody that has something that's dusty and old and rickety, for anybody who's got a central system that ain't cutting it, for anybody that just needs a great fan, this truly is the one to buy today. Megan Clementi is joining us. She's got very young children in a very hot Florida summer. So if anybody knows about the need for a great, dependable, reliable, not rickety, not loud, not dusty fan, it's my friend Megan.
That's what we have going on here. And when you wake up in the morning, you put on the weather and your forecaster tells you, oh, we're cooling down to 94. That's what I woke up to. 94 degrees, that's not cool. There's nothing cool about 94 degrees, but that's what we're going through. But lucky for us and lucky for many of you, we have a Vornado air circulator. This is not a fan. This is a whole room circulator. This unit has the ability to send air 100 feet across a room. 100 feet. Your fan can't do that. There is no fan that can do that. But a whole room circulator, remember, is not a fan. We're talking about Vortex technology. So this is the ability of taking the air from behind and sending it into this tornado action. Tornado, Vortex, Vornado, that's where we got our name. So what's happening is it's going through and it's getting wider and wider until it goes all the way across to the other side of your room. It's jumping off the walls, off of the ceiling, and going back into the unit. Notice it goes back into the unit. That means it's moving all the air in the room. Say goodbye to stale air. Say goodbye to that stagnant, not moving air. Now you have air that's constantly moving. And that's how you feel cool. Because there's this misconception that a fan cools you down. It doesn't actually cool air and send cold air on you. It moves the beadlets of water that are on your skin.
Right.
So if all the air in the room is moving, everybody in the room is cool.
It's like a perfect breeze. You
exactly.
know, it's a relaxing, like, relief moment. You'll actually be able to not have your air conditioner as high as you want. And, you know, even when it's cold outside and you've got the heat running, to circulate air means the hot air that's all the way up here gets circulated back down to you. I know we don't want to talk about hot air and heat right now because we're all suffering and dying, but this really is when you buy a better fan, and we're insulting this model by calling it a fan, you truly do buy a 365-day-a-year solution. Now, in the industry, we don't offer fans in the wintertime, but most smart homeowners use fans in the wintertime. Now, because we don't offer them in the wintertime, and summer is at the back half of it, this is our final supplies that we have on our top-of-the-line Vornado. Now, you'll notice that it looks better, so it's one that you'll leave out and enjoy and use more often. It is quieter and cleaner and easier to keep clean than all the other models that you've ever seen. So quite frankly, sometimes there's just a basic, I need a fan. My oscillator is no longer working. I can hear it, so I'm not running it at night, and I know that I should be. The one that's overhead, it scares me because it's wobbling as it's moving around my home. And then you happen to come to the right place at the right time. That's kind of one of these moments. Yes, it's a better fan. Yes, it does more than the one that you're currently using. But quite frankly, every home in America needs to have a way to circulate the air through their home better. And this truly is our best model. Today it's on sale. Today it's on FlexPay. Today it ships to your door free of charge. And by the way, it is our final supplies. There's 1,100 of these left to go around for the rest of the country for the rest of the year. When this quantity is gone, you will wait until next summer to get a premium product like this from us here at HSN with FlexPay.
This is something that you definitely want to have at your house. For somebody that lives in Florida that actually had their AC break on them, and that's how I learned about air circulators, is when the technician actually brought a Vornado air circulator to my home to move the hot Florida air into my even hotter house. I realize that the fans have got to go and the circulators have to come in. And what Vornado does so beautifully is they provide very simple models. They're so smart. And I mean, I'm always obsessed with technology because I have a degree in engineering and I love everything about electrical engineering, but they take something complicated and make it very easy. You have four speeds, so you have your low, medium, high, and ultra high.
Do you guys hear, do you hear the wind? You hear the wind in her microphone right now? That's the power of this fan. And I do want to speak directly to Andrea, who's talking to us right now on Facebook. Andrea, I know your concern. I get very hot at night too, and you're thinking if I go to full power, if I go to full speed, it's going to be really loud. Vornado is not. I mean, quite frankly, the amount of air output you will get for the amount of volume it will produce is shocking. You will hear more air movement on my mic than you'll actually hear from the fan itself. If you are interested in trying it, Andrea, if you want a super powerful creator of air without a lot of noise, try it risk-free. Remember, it's free shipping today, you have flex pay, and you always get a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee from us. If it's too loud for you, we will take it back, no questions asked. But if you're somebody who overheats very easily, if you're somebody that is spending more money on air conditioning than you probably need to, if you're somebody who has an overhead fan that's dusty and rickety and wobbly, this is a great model to get home and try. And we now have only about 900 left in stock for you to be able to order. And we always offer a no questions asked money back guarantee, because we know you need to plug it in. You need to try it out in your own home. We know you're buying through live television and not seeing it in person, but this one really truly does deliver on the promise. And that's why it's a huge customer pick. And it's so much better than a box fan, right?
Oh, 100%, and I'll show you that to you in just a moment. But right now, we're actually seeing a video that has to do with the oscillation, and a lot of us have been brainwashed to think that oscillation is everything because you always want that direct airflow on you. But the problem with oscillation is that only one person can be cooled down at a time, not everybody in the entire room. That is where oscillation fails us, and that's where Vornado succeeds. By having that Vortex technology moving all the air in the room, it doesn't matter if you're sitting down, standing up on one side of the room or the total opposite side of the room. Everybody is cooled. Everybody feels good. So Brett, I'm gonna just give you this little pinwheel.
Okay.
See if this guy's gonna oscillate. Right now.
Well, I love that you said, let's see if he's going to oscillate.
Let's see if it works. I mean, you never know.
How many times do you turn on those buttons?
You're
click,
hot.
click, 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 click. I'm hot, I'm hot, I'm
hot. One, two. You're paying money for this for getting 2 seconds of air before you don't have air compared to our Vornado where everyone in the room is gonna have air. Everyone's gonna be circulating. Everyone's gonna feel good. I'm gonna put this guy back onto high. You talked about that box fan?
Yep.
We also think bigger is better. Well, here's a big old box fan that everybody knows. Number one, it's not cute. Number two, it's really dusty and yucky because it has some use on it and it doesn't look good. But more impressively, our Vornado, which is much smaller in size, this is not plugged in, can completely power our box fan. Our powerful box fan can be powered by our smaller unit. We have taken this technology and we put it into a small unit, and this is our big unit.
Do you guys see what she's talking about right there? That the box fan itself is actually being powered by this guy way over on the other side of the table, doing it quietly, doing it with a smaller footprint, doing it with a better looking model, and one that, by the way, for those of you with young children like Megan and I, the way this grill is designed, it is fingerprint safe and friendly. There are no little tiny fingers that you're gonna worry about, no cat tails or dog paws to worry about. It's a better designed model that's safer as well.
Absolutely. I got my little anemometer right here. I just want everyone at home to see how powerful this can be. Right now, depending on where I put it, I'm getting 11, 10, 12 miles per hour. Your average fan is lucky if it can do 2 to 8 miles per hour. This is so much more, and the reason why it is because this is built more like the propeller engine on an aircraft, because that's where it started. We are the originators of the air circulator, and it came from plane aviation. We're talking about taking the max amount of input, and that's how we're getting that max amount of output that can be sent all the way across your room.
Well, and you know what
Again, this is our big model, up to 100 feet it travels.
I love the way this is designed, that it's not click, click, click in set positions.
Again, so nothing can break.
Totally, and you can also go totally customized to exactly the right angle that you want. And by the way, if you're wondering, 90 degrees, who wants to put one straight up unless I'm in a Marilyn Monroe movie? In the winter, point it straight up because hot air rises.
Exactly.
And when you point it straight up, that heat that you're paying for will come down to you and your body faster.
This is an air circulator, and we're talking about summer, but this is a unit that you can use every single day of every single year. And what we haven't mentioned is that Vornado always has a 5-year industry-leading warranty. So not only are you gonna use it now, it's gonna pay for itself, and you're gonna be able to use it in summer, in spring, in fall, in winter, because just like Brett said, place this by your space heater. And now your space heater that maybe wasn't working so great, because the #1 issue with space heaters is it only heats around the space heater. This will move all that heat around your entire room. Put this at an angle and direct it up your stairs. Now you're sending cool air up your stairs if you don't want to put the AC on for all the rooms. There's something really cool called zone heating or zone cooling. That is the ability to only heat or cool the room that you're currently in, and it's a money saver. And we did a study in Kansas where we were born and raised, and we found that with a 2,000 square foot home, if you only cool the room you're in, you're gonna on average save $15 a month. Again, this is a phenomenal price. You're gonna pay for it within the season, and then you have a guaranteed ability to use it for the next 5 years.
And you know, and let's talk to that for a minute. And when you talk about exceeding expectations and it being worth the money, this is a fan. It's more than a fan, but this is a fan, and it's a customer pick. Whoever raves about their fan, raves about that it doesn't go click, 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 raves about that it isn't dirty, raves about that it isn't big and bulky and an eyesore. It's a necessary product, especially as it seems to be getting hotter and hotter and hotter every year. But people stopped what they were doing to go onto our website and say, this is the greatest I've ever owned. And we are in final supplies and we're on sale today. So you get $15 off today. You get 4 flexible payments and free shipping today. And you join basically about 600 people who still have the opportunity to shop for it. It's the only time to see it because it is our final available quantities, and it is a ravely reviewed model. And literally, most people will tell you that you should have a room circulator running in the winter so that your heat is more efficient and more powerful, yet we as a retailer and all others really only offer this type of technology during the summer. And as we're getting closer and closer to the end of it, we stop having these in stock. So if it's something that interests you, if you are sweltering and sweating and uncomfortable and you're frustrated about how high your air conditioning bill is, you're looking for relief on just a Florida room or a covered porch or patio, this is a great premium model to buy, and you buy with confidence because you get FlexPay free shipping and sale price and a 5-year warranty. I mean, industry standard with fans and circulators is what, 90 days? 1 year, maybe?
1 year if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is 5 years, and we had a fantastic person write in on Facebook Live. She actually got her Vornado air circulator as a wedding gift.
Yeah.
And it's been going strong for 25 years.
Stronger than the marriage?
She didn't mention that part. Hopefully they're both lasting more than 25 years. But that's a big deal because we give you the 5 years, but that doesn't mean it's gonna break on you in 5. It means it's gonna keep going and it's gonna last you. If you're wondering why my pinwheel is moving right now, it's because of my fan that's 15 feet away. I can walk backwards. I swear, it's this one right over here.
Wow, that's powerful.
And it's on high for anyone wondering how loud is this?
Your pinwheel almost just broke.
I know, my pinwheel's like struggling. It's in hurricane forces right now. But if I walk now 15 feet away, I'm coming to you. I'm telling you right now that this pinwheel is moving because of that fan all the way over there. Remember, our air circulators are gonna move 100 feet because of that Vortex technology, because it has the ability to take this tornado-like effect and expand it all the way across the room. This is how we're able to move all the air. And again, we created it. We are the very first. We're industry leaders for air circulators, and that's why our technology is always the best.
And when it weighs a little over 7 pounds,
right?
Versus the box fan, which weighs 20, versus the stand fan, which